Hi, everyone. This is Barbara Parker Bell, President of the ATCB, and welcome to Facebook Live. I'm here tonight to talk to you about two of our featured articles. And before I do, I might ask you if you want to say hello and let me know who's here and where you're from. That would be wonderful. Again, I'm going to be speaking about two of our featured articles on our ATCB blog, Credential Conversations. Our articles are different in some ways, but both articles aim to help you take the next steps towards credentialing. The first article is by Deborah Murphy, and she is one of our board members and a very experienced supervisor. Her article helps supervisors think about who they might want to take on as a supervisee and how they can best move that person on the superhighway towards credentialing. Some of the important points that Deborah makes is that you really need to know what the goals of your supervisee are. For example, are they going to be focused on passing the board certification exam? Are they also looking at licensure in the state? And based on those goals, you also need to look at your responsibilities for supervising within those frames. The other thing that Deborah talks about that's very important is that relationship that you may have with your supervisee. We all know how important the relationship is, and Deborah suggests that you take a lot of time to get to know that person and interview the supervisee before you take them on as your supervisee. So to help you with that, she gave you lots of great questions to ask the supervisee to get to know them, to get to know their goals, so that you could decide if you're a great fit for supervisor, supervisee. And then you'll know if you can take them to the next level and help them towards their credentials. My article, the next one I'm going to talk about, is a little bit different. Again, it relates to the same theme in terms of taking someone towards the credentialing process, but it starts at the educational level and moves you towards taking the exam and looking towards exam success. So, students work very hard in graduate school, and they are very busy with all those very important learning outcomes that are required by our approval and accrediting bodies. And your teachers work very hard with you to make sure that you achieve those learning outcomes. That's going to give you a really solid base for preparing for your ATR BC and the board certification exam. So you're not done yet when you graduate from school. Once you graduate from school, you'll be working and gaining those clinical hours post-graduation. During this time, when you're gathering your clinical hours, you will be entering in a supervisor-supervisory relationship to help support you in becoming a competent art therapy professional. At that time, just from the student or graduate's point of view, it's important to talk to your potential supervisor to let them know what you feel your strengths are, what challenges you might have, what knowledge you'd like to learn in that process to help prepare you for professional practice and to pass the board certification exam. It's important to note, and I mentioned this in my article, that the content of the board certification exam comes from a job analysis that we conduct at minimum every 5 years that let us know what art therapy professionals are doing in the field. So the exam that you'll take when you take your ATBC exam is based on real world skills, practices that art therapists are currently doing. So by the time you get to that exam, you're going to be ready. From school to supervision to exam, competent art therapy professional. Here at ATCB, we'd like to help you take that journey successfully. Please feel free to look at our website where there's information about the content outline of the exam and anything you might need to know about supervision and passing that ATCB exam. Thank you for joining me here tonight, and I look forward to speaking with you again next month when we go over 2 more featured articles that might help you move towards credentialing. Have a great night. Bye-bye.